When it comes to retro gaming handhelds, there's an endless selection of options to choose from, so finding the right one can become a bit of a struggle. For me, the RG353V offers the best in portability and power, allowing you to enjoy your games on the go with no compromises. So let's take a closer look and see why this is easily one of the best retro gaming handhelds you can buy. The first thing that struck me about the handheld was the quality of the hardware. It's so common for devices like this to feel cheap in your hands, but this isn't the case here. Easily what stands out as soon as you turn the device on is the quality of the screen. It measures exactly 3.5 inches with impressive viewing angles and a resolution of 640 by 480. Colors literally pop off the screen and provide a really pleasant experience when playing some of your old favorites, and thankfully due to the quad-core A55 processor that it's packing, you can play games from a wide range of consoles. Obviously you'll need somewhere to store them, and the handheld utilizes micro SD cards to make the process of loading up games simple and streamlined. You'll find that when you load the card up on your computer, all of the folders for each console are already there, and new ones can simply just be dragged and dropped into their respective folders and are then updated on the console the next time you turn it on. For those without a card reader, the device comes with a USB-C connection that not only allows for fast charging but also greater transfer speeds between the device and your computer, which is perfect for bigger games such as Dreamcast titles that can take up to several gigabytes at a time. As well as the USB-C port, you get a mini HDMI out that allows you to project the action onto the big screen, as well as a headphone jack for when you don't want to disturb others during your gaming session. Now when it comes to actually playing a game, devices like these are notorious for having spongy buttons where you'll find yourself having to forcefully push one to get a reaction in the game. Here on the RG353V, that is not an issue, as each input option feels solid and has a reasonable pass-through that simple taps register without a problem. The only issue I had whilst playing is the placement of the triggers on the back of the handheld, where you'll often find yourself accidentally touching the outer triggers when trying to hit the ones on the inside. Of course, it's not a deal breaker and is easily something that can be avoided by adjusting your grip, but it's still something I thought I should mention if you plan on picking one of these up. Well, there's the build quality and the specs. Let's now take a look at what games you'll be able to play and how the emulation on the device stacks up. The RG353V is a literal powerhouse when it comes to emulation, and you'll be able to load up games from many consoles ranging from the MSX all the way up to the Dreamcast, with the surprising performance of the device being able to handle some of the more graphically demanding games that many of those consoles offer. Here for example is one of my all-time favourites, Shenmue, which at the time was one of the Dreamcast's flagship titles and would even suffer performance issues on its native hardware. Here, during some of the more busy scenes in the game, it holds up pretty well and stays in the high 20s when it comes to FPS, which is more than respectable considering the size of this device. Having this ability to play these classics on the go was one of the main reasons I was excited to try this handheld out, and it didn't disappoint. Of course, there's also many other benefits that emulating games on this device offers, such as having the option to utilize save states, as well as running your games at varying resolutions, and getting to use a whole range of filters that alter the game's visual makeup. Now, not everyone is going to grab one of these to play Shenmue, and will likely want to be playing titles from a range of different consoles and delivers a great experience no matter what game you throw at it. But if you're curious about how a specific game you'd be interested in playing on the device performs, drop a comment below and I'll get back to you with the results. If you're looking to get into retro gaming handhelds, then the RG353V offers the perfect jumping on point. With its impressive range of emulators and options when it comes to running them, it's the perfect companion to anyone who's remotely interested in the games of old. Although the issues with the trigger buttons on the back of the device is a bit of a downer, it's nothing that ruins what is on the whole a pretty solid package. If you're interested in buying one, I've teamed up with Lit NXT to offer the best deal you'll find, so go ahead and click the link in the description which will take you through to their site. Well, that does it for today's video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell to get notified about new videos which release every Monday and Thursday. You can follow me on all of the socials which are linked below to stay up to date, and also join my growing community on Discord to meet many like-minded gamers to continue the conversation with. I'd like to give a special shout out to my Patreon supporters: Rhino, Skilljim, Shuden, Richard, Amy, Daniel, Dio, Omar, Strider, Pierre, Carl, Awesome Jacket Dude, Maximus, Scott, Alfred, Terry, Ryan, Alex, GameCube Galaxy, Curse Salaryman, Fake, Elihu and Paddy J for their continued support that helps make these videos possible. If you're interested in joining my Discord or supporting the channel through Patreon, you'll find all of these links down below. As always, thanks for taking the time to check the video out. I'll catch you next time.